Hello, learning coaches, and welcome to this Georgia Cyber Academy Life Department video. We are going to be discussing attendance and what counts for each aspect of your attendance. Our goals are to review GCA's attendance requirements, to identify the different attendance categories, to discuss what types of attendance may be counted towards your attendance. Please remember to log your attendance daily. Georgia requires all public schools to offer a minimum of 180 days of instruction each year. Additionally, each state requires a minimum number of instructional hours by grade. So you'll see that K through 3 requires 810 hours, 4 through 5 requires a minimum of 900 hours, 6 through 8 requires a minimum of 990 hours, and high school also requires a minimum of 990 hours. This breaks down into your daily hours. You can see right here, approximately 4.5 to 5.5 hours per day. Once again, students must complete 180 days by the end of the school year. Your attendance documentation is comprised of a variety of activities. Please log your attendance daily. The Unique Learning Systems tab is the adaptive curriculum the GCA Life Department uses to address state standards within a functional curriculum. This resource is printed and will arrive by mail to your home each month. Please document the time spent completing the curriculum, including time spent in Class Connect sessions under the ULS tab in your attendance. For most students, this will account for the majority of the hours you document. You can find additional lessons in Dropbox for printing on your own. So let's review your ULS work packet. Remember, additional ULS materials can be found in the Dropbox. The time you spend working on your ULS work packet should be logged under ULS tab in your attendance. Class Connect sessions. The time you spend in Class Connect sessions should be logged in the ULS tab of your attendance. News to You. The time you spend reading and completing the News to You activities should be logged in the ULS tab of your attendance. And newspapers can be found in the Dropbox. Life skills. The time you spend learning and practicing functional life activities, like those outlined in the ULS core materials, should be logged in the ULS tab of your attendance. Core materials may be found in the Dropbox. Remember, for most of us, the majority of your attendance will be logged under the ULS tab. Related services include speech therapy, occupational therapy, physical therapy, ABA therapy, social skills, and should be documented in the Related Services tab in your attendance. It's important to remember, log in the number of minutes your child is receiving the services, not traveling to and from, so that your documentation accurately reflects the IEP requirements. So, time with the speech therapist counts towards your attendance. Driving to the speech therapist does not. What happens when you miss therapy sessions? Well, if the provider misses, it is their responsibility to make the session up. If the student misses the session, then the provider does not have to make up the session. Please note, a failure to attend your related services, speech, occupational therapy, physical therapy, etc., is a failure to fulfill the conditions of the IEP. GCA considers this a truancy issue and will treat it accordingly. Consult your GCA handbook for more information. Physical education. This is a required component of your students' education. Physical education may include, but isn't limited to, team sports, organized activities like karate and swim classes, and any Special Olympics activity. You will need to document at least 60 hours under the Physical Education tab in your attendance by the end of the year. So, does this count towards PE, Special Olympics, any sport at all? Absolutely it does. Classes like karate, swim classes, and gymnastics also count towards your physical education credit. However, going to the local baseball game and watching it does not count towards physical education. It may be counted towards a supplemental activity, which we'll address later. Remember, you must log 60 hours under the PE tab. Health is also a required component of your students' education. Health may include nutrition, meal planning, grocery shopping, food preparation, proper food storage, and personal hygiene, menstrual care, and/or puberty. Our curriculum, Unique Learning Systems, addresses some of these issues in their curriculum, but learning coaches may supplement with their own materials. If they would like, you need to document at least 30 hours under the Health tab in your attendance by the end of the year. So, making healthy food choices, does this count? Yes, of course. And once again, the core materials like these may be found in the Dropbox. Practicing personal hygiene skills counts towards your health. Food preparation can count towards your health. Remember, you must log 30 hours under the Health tab. Supplemental activities are educational activities outside of your usual schedule. They may include GCA field trips, learning coach planned trips, or outings with your local homeschooling group. There is no minimum requirement for this component in your attendance. In fact, GCA limits the number of supplemental hours to 12 hours per week. Once again, remember, you may not log more than 12 hours a week in supplemental. Let's review one more time. Kindergarten through third grade, you need a grand total of at least 810 hours. That is the same as 22.5 hours per week or 4.5 hours per day. For grades 4 through 5, you need at least 900 hours by the end of the year. That's the same as 25 hours per week or approximately 5 hours per day. For grades 6 through 12, you need 990 hours by the end of the school year. That comes to approximately 27.5 hours per week or 5.5 hours per day. Please remember to log your attendance daily. Thank you for coming.